Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge 6-light Lilium Chandelier. This is going to be the 101702. It's also a 4-light version, a 12-light version, and a really beautiful sconce that goes with this, so check those all out if you get a chance. Let's get into the size of the chandelier itself, independent of the chain it's hanging from, coming in at 26.4 inches tall. Diameter is coming in at 30.3. So when you add the chain to this, you can actually get pretty far down from the ceiling, and we call that overall height. So this is going to ship with 36 inches of chain, but it's also going to ship with 20 feet of wire. So if you're coming down from a cathedral ceiling or a second story, you're just going to need more chain. Basically, in that circumstance, email us and tell us the overall height you're trying to achieve, and then we'll figure out how much chain that you need extra. Not a big deal. Coming in at 19.4 pounds. It's going to hang from a canopy that's going to go over your junction box. You have a 4-inch junction box. The canopy on this is 6.5, so that's going to be fine. The Lilium part of this is kind of a lily, a forged lily flower that's holding a tube of glass. And I think this glass is really interesting because the bottom of the glass is frosted, so it's going to hide your socket, and then it just kind of gradually turns into clear at the top. I think that's a really clever way to do it. As far as what you can use in lamping on this, so it's going to be using a G9 socket. G9 sockets take G9 bulbs. If you guys want to stick with a halogen, you can still do that. That's a little halogen guy. Oops, I'm dropping stuff here. Anyway, but LEDs are probably where most of you guys will want to go with this, and this is a cob LED, a G9, and G9s, like I said, they have these little prongs, or they have little wires in the bottom, and they just push in like this, like that, so anyway, cob LED, phosphorus LED, easy to get, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. We buy these on Amazon because it's just so simple. You would put into a search G9 LED. There you go. A bunch of things are going to pop up. They're going to give you lots of options as far as these type of bulbs go. On this fixture, because the glass is smaller, sometimes you can see a little bit of a pattern like these cobs through the glass, so I might opt for something like this. That's just me, but you can try these out. They're not expensive and they're easy to get. They're going to offer the bulbs to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's a super yellow light. They're going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like a warm light, like sunlight, but it's not. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white or soft white. That's the light that's coming down on my hands from these 3,000 Kelvin lights just above me. So that's kind of what we like here. Dimmable fixture, just make sure the bulb says dimmable without any problem, and you're kind of clear to go on that. And if you want to stick with halogens, it's a 40 watt in each of these, so just remember that too. And halogens just dim naturally, so it's not a big deal. Sometimes you do have to get the correct dimmer on the wall for LEDs. Talk to your installer about that. If you're using this on a sloped ceiling, you're good to 45 degrees. There's no problem there. If you want to see a little bit more information about the canopy and how it goes on your junction box, a good way to do it is to look at the installations instructions. They're on the page. Every fixture has these, and there's a link on the page for it. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations, instructions, PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you your full parts list, how the glass goes on, how the chain goes on, but it's going to show you some nice detailed drawings of that canopy and how it goes over your 4-inch junction box. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.